You've been lied to. Subtly, repeatedly, systematically, since you were a child. You were trained to believe that some emotions are good and some are bad. You were praised for being calm, scolded for being angry, encouraged to look on the bright side, but shamed when you cried. You learned, consciously or not, that strength means hiding your pain, smiling through the anxiety, and pretending you're fine, even when you're falling apart inside. But let me ask you something, and I want you to be honest with yourself. How much of your energy do you waste trying not to feel what you feel? How many moments of authentic connection have you sacrificed in the name of appearing strong? How many times have you told yourself, I shouldn't feel this way, as if your own emotions were a personal failure? Here's the difficult truth. You're fighting a war against yourself, and it's a war you will never win. Because your emotions, especially the difficult ones, aren't the enemy. They're messengers. Suppressing them doesn't make you stronger. It makes you a prisoner in your own mind. The more you push them down, the louder they become. You know this, don't you? That rage that erupts over something trivial. The anxiety that cycles through your mind at 3 a.m. The profound sadness that returns like a shadow the moment you slow down. You are not broken. You are exhausted. You are exhausted because you have been spending your life trying to delete half of your own humanity. And the saddest part? You've been calling this coping. You've confused suppression with self-control. But what if I told you that everything changes the moment you stop fighting? That the real path to inner strength has nothing to do with pretending to be unshakable, and everything to do with learning how to be real. Stay with me until the end. I'm not here to teach you how to feel better. I'm here to teach you how to feel everything without being consumed by it. No more fake calm, no more pretending. This is the beginning of emotional freedom, because when you stop fighting yourself, everything changes. You've been told that control is the goal. Control your thoughts, control your reactions, control your feelings, as if your inner world were a machine that just needed the right set of commands to silence the chaos. But let's be honest, how's that working out for you? How many times have you told yourself, I just need to stay calm, only to feel the pressure build until it explodes? How often have you forced a smile while your insides were burning with frustration or grief? Psychologist Susan David of Harvard Medical School calls this cultural pressure the tyranny of positivity. It's an unspoken rule that only positive vibes are acceptable, and that anything less, sadness, anger, fear, must be a flaw to fix. You've seen it everywhere. The well-meaning friend who says, don't be negative, just smile. The social media feed preaching relentless optimism. The inner critic that whispers, you should be grateful, others have it worse. It's not just unhelpful, it's dehumanizing. Because to be fully human is to feel everything. When you amputate one side of your emotional spectrum, you don't become whole, you become hollow. And there is a heavy psychological cost to this illusion. First is the rebound effect. Research consistently shows that the more you try not to feel an emotion, the more it intensifies. You don't delete the feeling, you just delay the explosion. This is why the person who prides themselves on being calm is often the one who erupts with shocking intensity over something small. They haven't been calm, they've been bottling. Second, avoidance shrinks your life. When you spend your days avoiding triggers, difficult conversations, or risks, you begin to live inside an emotional bunker. If you avoid the possibility of rejection, you stop pursuing deep connection. If you avoid conflict, you stop speaking your truth. Your world contracts, not because it's smaller, but because your tolerance for emotional discomfort has vanished. And third, This constant battle causes profound mental exhaustion. The internal war of fighting your own feelings consumes your energy, attention, and clarity. It's like running a powerful antivirus program in your mind, 24/7, constantly scanning for threat feelings. No wonder you're tired. Ask yourself, how many times have you come to the end of a seemingly easy day and felt utterly drained? That deep fatigue isn't from what you did. It's from the exhausting, invisible work of constantly policing your own feelings. You weren't meant to be emotionally flawless. You were meant to be emotionally agile. But this requires a radical shift in perspective, because your emotions aren't your enemy. They're your allies. You just forgot how to listen. And once you learn how, everything changes. Here is the truth most people spend their entire lives avoiding. Emotions are not problems to be solved. They are processes to be experienced. They are not evidence that something is wrong with you. They are signals, urgent, intelligent, often uncomfortable, but never meaningless. But we are trained to treat them like enemies. You feel anger? Calm down. You feel sadness? Snap out of it. You feel anxious? Don't overthink. What you're really being told is, silence yourself. Mute your internal world. Do not disturb others with your inconvenient truth. Here's the paradox. The more you ignore your emotions, the louder they become. They don't vanish, they metastasize. Repressed anger becomes bitterness. Unprocessed grief becomes a cloud of depression. Ignored anxiety can become panic. So, what if the feelings you're avoiding aren't obstacles, but instructions? Susan David explains this with surgical clarity. She says, emotions are data, not directives. They are not commands you must obey, but they are signals you must learn to decode. Think of them as alerts from your internal GPS, recalibrating your path toward a more authentic life. Anger says a boundary has been crossed or a core value is being violated. Pay attention. Sadness says you have lost something important and it deserves to be mourned. Anxiety says something uncertain in the future matters deeply to you. Even envy tells you there is something you desire and may want to work toward. Every single emotion carries a message. The question isn't, how do I get rid of this feeling? The real question is, what is this emotion trying to tell me? When you approach your inner life with this level of honest curiosity, you stop treating yourself like a machine that needs fixing and start relating to yourself like a human being that needs listening. This isn't about indulging every fleeting emotion or letting feelings dictate your actions. It's about developing emotional literacy, the skill to identify, understand, and learn from your inner world without being hijacked by it. In the next part, we'll explore the practical, science-backed framework to help you do exactly that. It starts with one radical act: showing up. Are you ready to face what you feel? Most people oscillate between two extremes. They either bottle their emotions, suppressing and denying them, or they brood, letting the emotion take the driver's seat, leading to impulsive texts, rash decisions, and cycles of rumination. Emotional agility offers a third path: not repression, not impulsivity, but conscious choice. It's a four-step process, simple in structure, but profound in its impact. Step 1, showing up. This means turning toward your emotions, not away from them. Most of us fear that acknowledging a difficult feeling will give it more power, but research shows the opposite is true. The simple act of labeling an emotion, saying, "I feel frustrated," instead of a vague, "I'm fine," can reduce its intensity. But you have to be precise. Bad or off is too vague. Think about the last time you just felt bad or off. Can you pause for a moment and give that feeling a more precise name? Was it disappointment? Was it a feeling of being overlooked? Perhaps it was frustration? Just naming it changes your relationship to it, doesn't it? Precision is power. Step 2, stepping out. This is about creating space between you and your emotion. You are not your emotion. You are the observer of your emotion. This subtle shift is called diffusion. Instead of being entangled in the feeling, you can hold it and examine it. Try this simple linguistic change. Instead of saying, "I'm angry," try, "Well, I'm noticing the experience of anger." Instead of, "I'm anxious," try, "I'm noticing thoughts and feelings of anxiety are here." This tiny shift creates massive psychological distance. It's the space the philosopher Viktor Frankl spoke of. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. Step 3, walking your why. Now that you are not drowning in the emotion, you can reconnect with what truly matters to you, your core values. This is the heart of emotional agility, using your values, not your moods, as your compass. Ask yourself, who do I want to be in the presence of this feeling? For example, you feel deep anxiety before a public speaking event. The emotion of fear says, run, hide. But if one of your core values is courage or contribution, you walk your why. You feel the fear, and you choose to step up to the microphone anyway. That is real strength. Step 4, moving on. This isn't about making giant, dramatic changes. It's about small, deliberate shifts in your actions that realign you with your values. Susan David calls this the tiny tweaks principle. Real transformation isn't built on massive overnight change. It's built on thousands of consistent, intentional steps taken with self-awareness. You don't need to become a new person tomorrow. You just need to stop betraying yourself today. But knowing isn't doing. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to practice this in real life. Let's make it real. Understanding emotional agility is one thing, living it is another. You have to practice deliberately, especially when it's uncomfortable. Here are a few concrete practices to build this skill. 1. Normalize without judgment. When a difficult feeling arises, meet it with this phrase: it makes sense that I'm feeling this. Feeling anger at an injustice doesn't make you a bad person. Feeling sadness after a disappointment doesn't make you weak. This simple sentence can disarm years of self-rejection. 2. Ask the golden question. Always come back to this. What is this emotion trying to tell me? Get curious. Is the anxiety pointing to an area of your life that needs more preparation? Is the guilt signaling a moment where you acted against your values? Become a decoder of your own inner wisdom. 3. Act from value, not impulse. Use this simple formula. I feel X, and I will do Y. I feel anxious about this meeting, and I will share my idea anyway. I feel hurt by that comment, and I will communicate my boundary with clarity. You are not ignoring your emotion. You are leading it. 4. Surf the 90-second wave. Neuroanatomist Dr. Jill Bolte-Taylor notes that the physiological lifespan of an emotion is only about 90 seconds. The feeling itself, the rush of chemicals, is brief. What keeps it going for hours or days is our reaction to it. The judgments we layer on, the stories we tell, the resistance we build. Next time a strong feeling hits, try to just observe it in your body. Notice the sensations without fighting them. Breathe. Ride the wave. It always passes. 5. Build your regulation menu. You are not weak for needing tools. You are wise for using them. Have a go-to list of healthy strategies for high-intensity emotions. For anger, maybe it's a sprint, intense music, or writing a fiery letter you never send. For anxiety, it might be grounding techniques, breath work, or a walk in nature. For sadness, Perhaps it's permission to cry, talking to a trusted friend, or listening to evocative music. These practices aren't about positive thinking. They're about psychological reorientation. They teach you to stand with your emotions instead of against them. And as you keep showing up, you build a profound, unshakable resilience. The freedom of integration. There comes a moment, if you're truly honest with yourself, when you realize the real battle was never against anxiety or sadness or anger. It was against yourself, against your own humanity, against the parts of you that didn't fit the narrow version of strong you were sold. But perfection is a prison. Here is the truth that will set you free. You don't need to fix your emotions. You need to feel them, fully, deeply, and without shame. Because emotions are not flaws in the system. They are the system. You are not meant to be a robot. You are meant to feel it all and still choose who you want to become. This is what it means to integrate, to hold space for your pain without letting it define you, to let anger speak without letting it dictate your actions, to sit in grief and still act from a place of love. It means you stop wasting your life's precious energy in a civil war with your own heart. Let this sink in. Your emotions are not here to destroy you. They are not weakness. They are awareness. And when you finally stop shooting the messenger and start listening to the message, you unlock a new level of clarity, courage, and self-respect. You stop reacting from old wounds and start responding from your deepest values. This isn't just about feeling better. It's about living better. Living wide awake. Living without apology. Living a life aligned with what actually matters. Before you go, ask yourself one final question. What would you do? Who could you become if you took all the energy you currently use to fight yourself and instead invested it in building the life your deepest values are calling you toward? If this message spoke to you, don't let it fade. Drop a comment below and share one emotion you've been avoiding and what you think it might be trying to tell you. Your honesty is where transformation begins. And if you're serious about this journey, don't stop here. The next video is waiting for you, and it's an important one. Keep watching, because you're not done growing yet.